Hello and welcome to a tier list. Today, me, Nuyaka, and EgglordOmelett
Hello.
are gonna make an Affricate tier list. We're gonna go through the tier lists and talk a little bit about them, and then we're gonna rate them. Shall we begin?
Where do we begin?
Okay, we begin with ts. So this is the alveolar, that means the front of the mouth with the tongue, the tip of the tongue, sibilant affricates. Here we have ts and a map representing ts. As you can see, it's kind of common.
Yeah, it's a very common Affricate. I think a lot of languages have either ts or ch.
I can say it. I can just say that ch is more common, but if you don't count, if you don't count ch, ts is the most common. So it's the second one.
Yeah. Because I think some languages count ch as a plosive, even though it isn't. But phonetically, it makes more sense as a plosive. For example, the Austronesian languages do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But ts is also a very, very good sound.
Yes.
It's like a... Yes, yeah, I really like ts. I would put ts in like A tier.
Let's go back to it here. So ts is, of course, very common and very easy to create if you make it a naturalistic language and evolving it. Because you just do a palatalization and suddenly you're gonna have ts and ch. So it's like very good.
Yeah, ts evolved a lot.
Yeah, I would also say A. It's good.
Yeah,
very good. Oh,
but
look, same color. So next one is z, the voiced one. Z. A little bit less common, as you can see. Still exists in every continent except Australia.
Yeah, Australia is a weird continent, though.
I mean, it doesn't really have many fricatives, and therefore not that many affricates as well. Probably a little bit in the horn up here, you might find something, but not z.
It's an interesting one. It's a voiced version of ts.
Exactly.
It's so different.
Yeah, it has a completely different vibe.
It's completely different vibe, and it's much rarer.
Yes, it's not by much though. It's like half as common, or about half as common, but that is also because ts is just not super common
either.
Yes, not super common either. But I can say z is still in like one of the most common affricates on this list. Yes, you know. So where do you think z? Okay. Before we talk about where z should be on the list, let's talk about maybe how it would be evolved. It would be evolved in the same way as ts would. It's just you would have a voiced thing that gets palatalized.
It would be either voicing of ts, some kind, with z, or you would have something like d and t turning into ts and z in some kind of fricativization way.
Yeah, often before an I or an E or something.
I cannot imagine anything else.
Yeah. So where do you think z should be?
Z is... I think that it's kind of better than...
Oh, you like it more than ts. But I can say, I like z, but I don't think it's an S here.
Yeah, okay, I'm back.
Are you this bit?
My z is... I think that it is better than ts. I think that it sounds better than ts. But I will let it up to you.
But I would say I can agree that z,
but it's high A tier.
Yeah, exactly. It's high A tier. It's not an S. We're gonna not have many sounds in S. But I can see an A and high A, higher than ts.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next one is the most common one. Ch.
Sure.
Look at the map.
Yeah.
It's
everywhere.
Yeah, look, whole
Even
of Africa,
well.
whole of... Oh, look at here. Maranungu.
All of Europe.
Yeah, all of Europe. Not Swedish.
Not Swedish?
No, not Swedish. We have a different one. We have one that comes in a little bit, but not that one.
Yeah, Polish also doesn't have it, and Latin doesn't either. That's
Yeah.
why there isn't the character for it in the Latin alphabet.
Fair. So this is by far the most common one. You're gonna have you're not gonna find any Africa that is more common than ch, the post alveolar one.
Yeah, post alveolar.
Yeah, the post alveolar. The voice is post alveolar affricates. You're not gonna find anything more common than this one.
Yeah, I think that this one deserves the S tier
Yeah, absolutely.
because it sounds good and it is super common and it can evolve from a whole lot of different ways.
A lot of stuff can become
A
mature.
lot of ways.
Yes.
It can evolve from k, from t, it can evolve from d sometimes. Even
From
from like y sometimes turn into ch, which is weird, but yeah, it can sometimes happen.
I would say that ts could become a ch as well.
Yeah, ts can, most Africans can become a ch.
Even pf.
I don't know about f, but I think that p can become ch, like the plosive.
Oh wow.
That happens in one of my conlangs.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so S tier for this one. But what about j?
J.
Yeah, j.
To me, J sounds, even though it's common all across the world, to me, J sounds super like Indian subcontinent. Like,
Oh,
if I ever hear a J, it just sounds like it's from India. I don't know why. It's just a thing I have in my mind.
it is very common there. Like I, as a Swedish person, associated this with the letter J in English.
Yeah.
So I have
also
this as an
makes-
English association for me. But yeah, it is way more common, and I kind of don't use this Africa that much.
I also don't use it that much because it's, I don't know, and it also is quite rare to evolve. The only thing how it evolves is usually by voicing of ch into j
Hmm.
or from y sometimes in
This
like
is still-
the European.
This is still one of the most common Africates. I think this is like the second most, like more
Yeah, it
common
is
than
common,
sir.
but it is. I think that is common because ch is common.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of like riding on the curtails of ch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the closest thing you're gonna get to a ch
without being ch.
without being a ch.
It's standing in ch's shadow.
Yeah.
For this one, I am thinking about B. What do you think?
Yeah, I was also thinking about B.
Then let's
Because it's not better than ts by
Yeah.
any means.
so let's put it in B.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one after j is ch.
Ch.
So here we can
That's-
see that Swedish is not in Foible's database. Because this is this is the no wait, because we don't have a ch, we have it as a sh. We don't have Affricates. Oh yeah,
You don't have Africans like any.
we don't have Affricates.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have the sh sound, the palato-alveolar sibilant, but we don't
Yeah.
have it as an Affricate. So you can see this one is rarer, and it's especially common around China and the Sinosphere.
Yeah. That makes sense because I think Proto-Sinitic or Proto-Sino-Tibetan had ch, like the
Mhm.
palatal one, not the post-alveolar one, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
And their other languages would get it from aerial influence from China.
exactly.
Yeah. Because Chinese was like the most prestigious language.
Hmm.
Also, Polish has this one.
Yes.
Instead of ch like in Czech.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like this sound, I can say.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it. But so for me, it is above j, but I'm not sure if it's
Definitely.
above ts.
I would put it above ts
Mm.
personally, but I think it's between ts and z.
Okay, so we can both agree it's an A.
Yeah, it's an A. It's
Yeah.
some kind of an A. If you want to put it below ts,
Yeah.
I can stand that, but it's not a B and it is not an S.
Fair. I'm gonna put it there.
Okay.
And next time we differ, I'm gonna prioritize your choice a little bit.
Okay.
Oops.
2D.
2D. Now, so after ch, we have the voice version, j, and this
Sure.
one's also not the most common. You can see Polish and that probably Sorbian next to it has it.
Yeah, Sorbian probably.
Yeah. But and that probably Rusin. Yeah, let's go. And a lot of in West China and in the eastern parts of India has this sound.
Yeah, that probably also happened, also evolved from the ch just by voicing.
Yes.
It makes, I think, a lot of sense.
Yeah. I can say that I personally, I like this sound more than ch, than the ch sound.
You like it more than ch? I don't like it more than ch.
Ah, okay. Do you think it's A or
I
B
like
though?
it. I think it's B.
I think it's B.
I like it like j and j sound very similar to me.
Oh, they are.
More similar than ch and ch. So I would put it like next to j, either above or below.
I'm gonna put it in front of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, in that case, we're gonna move to the retroflexes. Sure.
I have probably a bias here.
Yeah.
Because I hate the retroflexes.
Oh, I love
I
retroflexes.
hate the retroflex sounds.
I love them.
All of them. Except maybe like t. That's the only one I can pronounce.
I mean, I like them. That's partly because we do have these in Swedish, but not the Affricates, of course. But we have some of the retroflexes in Swedish, like turn, der, nöle. We do have those, and sure, we do have those in Swedish. Because they evolved from a combination of the r sound followed by an alveolar sound, and then becomes a retroflex sound. So it usually happens at the end of words or syllables or between words. So like I kind of like them. You might not like them.
I don't like them very much.
The thing with retroflexes is that they don't fit every language.
Yeah.
They are very much you want a specific sound. That is when you use a retroflex.
Yeah.
So
You need to have a very specific like phonemic intention when you're making a conlang, for example, to include these retroflex, and that's why I don't like them very much because they sound so out of place in many languages that they just throw me out of the experience.
I mean, I like them specifically for specific vibes for the language.
Yeah, if you're trying to do a specific vibe, especially like a northern colder vibe, I could see that working.
Yeah.
But not all languages. You need to be very careful with these ones.
Yes. So they are very much less flexible.
Yeah.
So let's put it. Where should we put it?
I would put it into C.
Yeah, I can kind of see it with it being very not flexible.
Yeah.
I can put it there. Okay, and then we should move on to the next one, which is dr.
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 Ja, a ja.
Ja. I cannot say.
Yeah, and you see, still this is some parts of India, China, most common, and then a couple of Uralic languages in Siberia, and then there are sporadically occurring.
These retroflex sounds for some reason.
Hmm?
Uralic languages have these retroflex sounds.
Yeah, especially those that are in this area next to the Uralic mountains. It's just
the true Uralic languages.
Yeah, the true Uralic languages. Of course. What do you think about dr? Dr.
I think of it very similarly to ch.
Yes, voice.
Because it's. Yeah, I think that it should be also a C tier.
I can, yeah, for the very same reasons.
Yeah.
But I can say for reflexes, I do like the the voiceless ones better than the voiced ones,
I
just for the
also tend to
reflexes.
like the voiceless ones than better than the voiced ones, especially in these Africans.
Yeah, you good with it there? Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh, now I'm not sure what I put after this. It might be pf. Yeah, pf.
Uh,
Pf. Okay, so this is the bilabial dental affricate. As you can see, most people associate this sound with German, right? But it's actually very common in some parts of Africa, specifically this area around the border of Cameroon, up here, bordering to Nigeria. That is where it's at the most common. And then it occurs a little bit in Nagaland, India.
and then Germany.
Yes, and then in German.
And then Germany.
Yes. I kind of like this sound, but mostly because it sounds funny.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it sounds very funny.
It can
I
be
like
a
it.
bit hard to
I
say, but it's always fun when it is included.
I like it especially in the word Pferd in German, which means a horse. I found it
Pferd.
very funny
Yes,
because it sounds like a sound that a horse would make.
yes. I mean, and you can have it
So-
in middle of words like Apfel.
Yeah, Apfel, yeah.
Yeah. So personally, I do like this one a bit, but it's also kind of odd sometimes.
Yeah.
It is very much also you need, like with
It is very
most
unique.
Africans, you need a specific vibe for them. But I would say probably B.
Yeah, I would also say probably B, but better than J.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, like that.
I can agree with that.
Because it's hard to evolve, but when you have it, it's actually hard to disevolve or like get rid of it.
Yeah, it kind of sticks around,
Yeah, it sticks around.
which is nice
Yeah.
if you want those. Let's go for the next one, which is gonna be the voice version. V.
Yeah.
Va. This one is
Yeah,
also especially more common in this Cameroon, Nigeria area, Nagaland, and then we have sporadically elsewhere in Africa and a language in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
In Isebe, who doesn't have the voiceless version. Fun enough.
That's weird. V
Yeah,
is a very rare sound.
it is.
I think
It is a rare sound.
it is
Yeah.
a rare. And I don't like it. The sound of it, I don't like it as much as Pf.
You don't like it as much as pho. I kind of like it more than
If I would have
pho.
a conlang, and I would have a Pf there and some voicing technique, I would turn V into either B or V. Because
I-
I don't like it.
I kind of
That
like
much.
pho. Pho,
I like
pho. I kind of like
Pho.
how the V like vibrates on my lips.
V. It's not bad. It's not bad. But
Mhm.
it's not good either.
You wanna
I would
compromise
put it
for a low B?
Yeah, I would put it somewhere between C and D, but low B, okay, I can get around with that.
Because I would put it in low A personally. You know?
Oh, okay, then B it is. V.
Now we're gonna have the fully bilabial pairs.
Hmm.
Because this is rare.
This is rare, but it sounds. I like the F sound more than the F sound, so I would put it above F.
Yes. The
It's
problem
separate.
with pho though is you can see it. It only exists in one language as its own phoneme in this database. In this case, it's Khomala. I think it's Khomala. I'm not sure.
Or Romala, like
Yeah, or Romala. Yeah,
Romala.
one of those. Because this one is in most cases an allophone of pho.
Yeah, which makes sense
Yes.
since it sounds very similar.
Yeah. It does.
I can look if it has a phonemic distinction between F actually. What's the language name? Romala. It Wikipedia says that there isn't.
No.
Yeah,
There's no
it
distinction.
has a phonemic distinction between and f,
Okay.
which is understandable since f would probably evolve from f.
Yes.
That's the like easiest
Yeah. So this is
route.
ultimately a very rare sound.
Yeah, this is ultimately a very rare variation of f,
Yes.
which can sometimes become phonemic.
Yeah.
I would put it like either low A or high B.
Ooh. I'm gonna put it B in that case.
Okay,
Do you want it before or after the pf?
before.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
So now we're gonna go to the voiced version. What? Same language.
Same language, yeah, they have both of them, and
Yes.
it's also they also have v. So v and v are there is a phonemic distinction between
Oh,
them.
they have a distinction between those two.
Yeah.
The voiced pair.
Yeah, they have a distinction between those two.
That's actually really cool.
That's really cool. I also like that.
Yeah.
I like v much more than I like v for some reason.
Okay.
I would put it like A tier.
Same.
But because v, the v there, the the labial one,
The bilabial one, yeah.
the full bilabial one fits much more the v than the v. No.
Yes. I mean, technically, the the normal V sound makes it a heterorganic affricate, which means that
Yeah.
they have two different places of articulation, which is makes it a little bit less, a little bit harder sometimes to pronounce. Not in this case; it makes it easy to pronounce, but otherwise harder. Except with the sibilants. Sibilants do sibilant stuff.
Yeah. Sibilants are leave sibilants alone.
Yeah, leave sibilants alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think low A fit it.
Yeah.
I like
Next
how the
one.
language has a
What do
phonemic
you
distinction between
what do you
and
think?
v.
What do you think about dentals?
I like dentals.
Tha, tha,
Atha. I like dentals.
tha,
Sounds
tha.
like a little bit sounds like you're stepping on your tongue.
Little bit.
Like
So as you can see, it's very sporadic. It probably evolved from a T in some
yeah.
context. We have it here in Tanacross, Schiperion, Homalagen, and Luo.
Yeah, and in Romala it evolved from a T. Yeah. Just a normal ta sound.
Yeah. So they're probably always the most times got to be the path.
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of these will actually probably evolve from a T.
yeah.
Because
I mean, maybe
them.
theoretically it could evolve from a ts that gets remove its sibilant
Yeah.
in the civilization and just becomes non-sibilant affricate. That could potentially be another path to this.
Yeah. Or if you have like a dentalization of some kind of t going to t, then I would see ts going to th.
Yeah.
And f going to th or s going to th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be a path that it could evolve from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot actually.
Ooh. How much do you like it?
I probably like it more than z, but I don't know if it's an S tier.
Ooh, you like it a lot then.
I like it a lot. I like dentals a lot.
Okay. For me, it's more like a B stuff. Like
Okay, then
middle
put
of the
it in
pack
A,
for me.
like
So we could put it like low to middle A.
Yeah, middle A. Like put it before C. So
Before
yeah.
ts.
for C.
Ooh.
Below C. Sorry.
Below ts, okay. Like I put it in the
Below.
first time.
Okay, just
Like this.
like that.
Okay, cool. And now we're gonna go to the voiced version. the.
Yeah.
As you see here, I think this is Luo
Romala.
and Romala again. Yeah, Luo and
Romala.
Romala. Yeah, perfect.
It evolved from a D, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, since
hmm So
Yeah.
the, the.
the.
Hmm.
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 I don't like this one that much.
It is like voicing is weird because sometimes it sounds better, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, voicing is weird, actually, yeah.
Yeah. But I can agree. The voiceless one is probably a little bit better in my mind.
Yeah. I would put it like high B.
High B.
B. Or maybe below P, or like somewhere around the P area.
Yeah. Let's put it there.
I like that.
Okay, and next one we're gonna find is ch.
Che.
Yeah, this exists in English as an allophone in words like cute.
Che. What word?
Cute. C-U-T-E. Cute.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an allophone in that position.
Cute.
Comes from having a K and then like a yod on it,
Yeah.
and then it becomes this thing. And you can see it's very Indian.
Very Indian, yeah, I can see.
Yeah, very Indian. Cute.
Very Indian and like
Sinus
around China.
Yeah, no, like the western part of China. Yes. Like,
Southeast Asia.
yeah. Which is interesting. That is not what I would have expected.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Today you learn. Okay, so what do you think about ch?
I like it. I like the palatals.
Yes, palatals
I
always.
like the Q at the beginning.
Yeah.
I
It's,
like palatals, like all of them.
yeah.
But the only category of sounds I really hate are the retroflex ones. Others I like usually. But this one I don't like as much.
Mm.
I would put it like in C tier.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see that. For me, like ch, most times I use ch, it would be an allophone of something else, right?
Yeah, probably.
I would very rarely use it as its own sound. It's always going to be relegated to an allophone in most cases. So yeah, I can see it. I can see C.
It's like a good allophone if you want to have an allophone of something like ch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
But
if you need an
if you're going for a
allophone,
certain vibe,
Mhm.
then I could see ch going like being a good sound to be
Yeah.
allophonic, but maybe phonemic if you're going for a very certain sound.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't find it that good.
Yeah, putting it in high C. It's a very good allophone.
Also, I would like to say that now the two bottom rows are exactly voiced and voiceless.
No,
Oh?
no, because wait, it is. The funny thing is they don't line up though,
Yeah.
but they are
Line up.
voiced and voiceless. That's nice. So let's ruin that by going to the voiced palatal. Also very Indian.
Yeah, that's probably
Ja,
like
a
something
ja,
allophone. Ja.
ja, ja. Yeah. So I think this is also very much an allophone sound, but I don't
Yeah.
like it as much as ch.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it
think
as
that's
much.
going to be. I would put it like a first D tier.
Ooh, the first D tier, spicy.
Because it's not that good. What linguist thing is spicy?
Wow.
Is
Okay. After this, I think we're gonna go to the Wheeler ones,
yeah.
and it's not common.
It's not common.
No,
English has ka.
like this
I
thing
see.
historically, is actually like it can occur quite a lot, but I think this very quickly, oftentimes becomes something else.
Yes, this very quickly becomes something else. I think that all of the Germanic languages had this sound in one point.
Yes, it used to be.
Proto-Germanic had this.
Yeah, Proto-Germanic had
evolved in-
this, and then it just become like a k sound afterwards, or h sound
In
or something.
German, I think it becomes a h rather.
Yeah.
But yeah, it either turns into a k or a h.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
So
usually evolves.
in most cases,
Yeah.
this one is not stable, but it
Very
is a great allophone as well.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. I used it in one of my conlines recently as an allophone, and yeah, it works. It works very well.
Yeah.
Like it isn't amazing, but it really isn't a bad sound either.
Yeah.
So I would put like B tier,
Mm.
maybe like high C tier, but B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
So let's go to the voice version.
I think it's maybe better than the though.
One language has gr, and it's we.
The. What?
Gra, a gra. Yeah.
Ra, 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 ra.
Yeah.
You're doing it more like uvular. This is more like velar.
Okay. Gra, a gra. Oh. Yeah.
Usually, if you don't have ha in your language, it's hard for you to pronounce it.
Yeah. Like Swedish,
Yeah.
we almost have a ch with the sju. The funny SE sound. But yeah. So this one is another one that I don't really like it more than the voices one. It seems like it's mostly just the z, like the z more than the voiceless version.
I
What?
probably like it more than ka,
Ah,
actually.
okay.
Not a lot.
Yeah. I could also
would put it.
I could see this being allophone.
It is probably an allophone in most languages where it occurs.
Yes.
I would put it like between the and ja.
Ooh, you put it up there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like that.
spicy. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to jugular. And this is gonna be the first sound where the ejective version is more common, actually.
The adjective common of this is more common.
Yes, in this database,
correct.
it is more common by one sound,
Yeah.
by one language.
I think that Archie has this.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't
This-
show because her Archie Kabardian here, the Kabardian.
Archie goes up.
Kabardian, because the RD there is in retroflex, I believe. But it is actually quite a common sound in that area. They don't have all of those languages in this database, I think, so which is why it's underrepresented in here. But it is a very common sound aerially in the Caucasus.
It's not that uncommon.
Yes.
It's not that uncommon as it might seem at first hand.
Yes, exactly.
First glance.
Especially when most versions of this in the Caucasus, they have a lot of these, and the examples are like labialized or aspirated or adjectivized or stuff like that.
Yeah. Or labialized, aspirated, adjectivized all at the same time. Yeah, they do it.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lot.
So it's very common in the Caucasus. So, for in my head, having a ka and a ka, yeah, that sound, it's very much gives a bit of that Caucasus vibe to the language.
Or not, yeah.
Yes.
If you're going for this, you're probably like making either you're making Klingon rip-off, because Klingon has this,
Yes.
or you're making a language inspired by the Caucasus.
Yeah, exactly. That or you're just throwing in jubilars because you like jubilars.
Yeah. I will probably put it. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I would put it in like low A.
Yeah, I would put it in like low 8 too. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go for the voice version. Ra.
Gra,
And
Ooh, one language.
Yes, this is Western Farsi.
Persian.
But I could also see this one being an allophone, as a voiced allophone of the voiceless one. So,
That makes sense.
yeah. So I believe this one mostly occurs as an allophone, but as phonemic in Western Farsi then.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
I would say I don't like this one as much as the voiceless one, which is partly because I'm gonna have even harder time pronouncing it. no, but
Yeah.
um,
Hard to pronounce.
but yeah. What do you think?
I would put it. I don't like it as much either. I would put it low B tier.
Yeah, fair. Okay, and then let's go to. I think we're getting a Wikipedia article this time. The glottal Affricates.
Yeah, the glottal Africa.
The reason why we are not having a foible, it's gonna occur a couple times in the video as well, but the reason why we don't get a foible page for this one is because it's not phonemic in any of the languages in the database. The glottal Affricate occurs as an allophone in at least 2 languages, and those being English and Mandarin.
This language is like locked behind a premium wall. If you must have enough speakers to use this sound.
Yeah, so this is a great allophone. Like in English, it's an allophone of H, word initially in received pronunciation.
Okay, I can.
In
see
especially
that.
stress syllables, it says here.
Hat.
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 Yeah, and
Hat.
in the Mandarin, no, in the Yushi dialect, I think it's like Western Mandarin, Southwestern Mandarin. So it's technically a different language from Mandarin, but Southwestern Mandarin, and then the Yushi dialect in there, and you have what would be in Mandarin would be an aspirated K, like a K, becomes an
Yeah.
sound. So I really like this one. Mostly because it's fun to say.
As well.
Yeah. Personally, I think this is an S. I like this one. I love it. Even though
it's put it in a.
Yeah, it is like a very odd one.
It's weird. It's very weird.
It's very weird,
it's
and
cool.
it's super rare, only as an allophone, but I like it. I couldn't find any information about any languages having the voice version, so we don't have that in this tier list.
Huh. I actually, in Czech, we don't have the voiceless glottal fricative. We have only the voiced one.
Nice.
So for me, it's kind of hard to say the voiceless one. So I probably said that was probably voiced.
Probably. The next one, another Wikipedia article, because we're going to go to Haida. Because now we're going to talk about both the epiglottal ones and the epiglottal affricate. This thing here.
Ooh.
Because it only occurs as an allophone.
It exists, yeah.
Yeah, and it's only in Haida, which is spoken in Alaska, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's spoken in southern tip of Alaska.
I have never seen this sound ever.
Yeah, the epiglottal one. You speak it like behind your pharyngeal, right? So it's like
I don't know how would I say that.
It kind of sounds a little bit like you're choking.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's this one.
Yeah. When I say it out loud, it isn't that bad.
Yeah. Even though we probably mispronounced it a little bit.
I probably very mispronounced it.
Yeah.
It also. I could give it. It's like a K. I would give it an A. OA.
I want to put it like in top of B.
Okay then. Top of B it is.
You can see it's actually a trill.
Yeah, it's actually true.
Yeah.
The K.
Yeah. And also, before we get it, it doesn't show up, but I believe the voiced version is also an affricate, and it's also also in Haida also in Haida.
That's the only Africa. That's the only Africa that in the IPA is symmetrical. Also,
Yes.
maybe the only sound that is symmetrical.
Welcome to symmetrical sound. I don't know. I can't pronounce this one. This one is impossible.
Oh, it's also symmetrical. For now.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I cannot also pronounce this. I won't even try to pronounce it. I would, yeah, that's exactly what I would put it here.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one, which is Kla.
Ah.
Kla. Kla. Kla.
Over
So this one
American.
is American. So this is the second and last one that is more common adjectivized than plain.
So that's probably because of the Caucasian languages again.
No,
Oh,
it's still about the North America and Central America.
really?
Yeah, the adjective one is very common in Mayan languages.
Hmm. Know that the non-adjective one, this one we are talking about right now, that's very common in Aztec.
Mhm.
Black have it in their name.
Yeah,
Not that hard to pronounce either.
yeah.
I like it.
Or like in the Aztec word for an avocado, aguacatl.
Okay.
Aguacatl.
Also, their capital city was Tenochtitlan,
Yeah,
which is also cool.
yeah. I like this sound. It's very
If you-
interesting.
If you use this sound, you are probably trying to mimic Aztec.
Yes,
in their
or
own language.
or some other North American language on the West Coast.
Yeah, or some other North American language. But when I see this in like other people's conlangs, it's usually they're trying to usually do Aztec stuff with it,
Mhm.
and putting it at the end of the words, which I
Ye-
think it's cool.
It's cool.
I like
I-
it. I like it. Like I would maybe put it in an S tier. I really like this one.
Yeah, I actually like it. Personally, I like it more in the beginning word. Tanoka. Like,
I also like it more in the beginning of the words, but Aztec has a suffix,
Yeah.
a nominalizing suffix, where they put this sound at the end of the word and then it becomes a noun.
exactly.
So that's why it's so common.
Yeah. So what do you think about the voiced version?
Oh. This
Dla.
probably
A
this
dla.
database probably lacks Mongolian because that was the first language that came to my mind.
It might be phonemic.
Because they have dla, but they don't have kla. I
Ah,
think that's the only language that does that.
okay. That's fair.
So I like this one. Not probably as much as kla.
No, it's not an S tier. Absolutely.
It's not an S tier. It's not an S tier, definitely. But like a high A tier, yeah, it could fit.
Yeah.
Kla is like I never know how to evolve these lateral sounds because there just isn't any like kla. To my knowledge, kla evolves just from kla.
Yeah.
I really don't see any other way to evolve the lateral sounds.
Exactly. It's you need to have a cluster of an
You-
affricate, then of
If you're
alveolar and a lateral, like to create these.
like, you could maybe evolve it from a hla if you would like affricativize it,
Hmm.
then gla if you wanna just voice it.
Hmm.
But if you don't have this, if you're like making a naturalistic language, you don't have any lateral sounds in your proto inventory, then you probably won't have any. Most certainly, you won't have any in your modern inventory.
Exactly.
It's so hard to evolve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the sound.
And after this, what do we have next? We're gonna go to Lagu. Why are we going to Lagu? The language is it Lagu or Lagu? GH. It's a Sino-Tibetan language in Vietnam.
Ahu, ahu.
But probably a voice
Okay.
from him. Because this one has velar lateral affricates.
Oh. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes, it's the only one I found that had it.
Yeah.
That had both as well.
Kla and gla.
Yeah, I can't make velar laterals, so.
I think that my is pretty close to it. Kla, kla, kla.
Yeah. Kla, kla, kla.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, this is also special side in from Cinetic studies, so which is why you're not going to find this in Foible because they use a different science and they couldn't bother finding that. It probably exists in some other languages as well, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that as allophone of kla before like velars or before back vowels or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's very specific.
Yes, it
But-
is.
It's not. It doesn't sound bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put it like A tier, maybe like high B tier.
I gotta put it in beta here. Up there. So now B is starting to have 2 rows.
Yeah.
This is looking like an actual normal curve. Okay, what about the voiced one? It's the same language. Also La Roux.
I like it. I like it the same, probably.
Yeah.
Ra, gla, gla,
Gra, gra, gra. Yeah.
gla, gla,
Yeah.
gla.
Yeah, probably same area somewhat. I'm gonna put it slightly down though.
Yeah. Because it's voiced.
I don't know. If you just Affricates, I like the voiceless one more, but in just normal fricatives, I like the voiced more.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Voiceless supremacy.
Okay, next one. Now we instead move to Kele, a language in Papua New Guinea, because Kele has br as an allophone. Yeah, it has an allophone of the the stops. And also dr, but yeah, we come to dr later. But this is about br. So I found it in Kele, and not that much other places. They probably exist in some language. I think I posted earlier on our Discord. I posted something a language that had br, and also tr, br, but I couldn't find it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I think this may be like if you have a b, b and a r sound like bra, if you have next to each other,
mhm.
and it would probably turn like allophonically into br.
Mhm.
For example, in Papua New Guinea, I think they disallow consonant clusters. So when an R goes into contact with a B, it may turn into br,
Yeah.
which is like a one consonant.
Mhm.
So I think that's the etymology of it, at least historical.
Probably.
That's just my guess. That's how I would evolve it, not
Yeah.
literally how it evolved. But yeah, I like it. It could evolve, and I could see like a language that uses it as an
Mhm.
allophone.
Mhm.
So I would put it like I would put it in B tier because it's bro. Because
It is kind of comical. I'm gonna put it somewhere in lower half of B. Not sure exactly where, but there. And now the voiced version. I don't know if I have a different slide for the voiced one. I don't. Okay. Let's go for the voiced one. I know it does exist. I don't know where it exists. I know it does exist. Wait, Kaylee had. Oh wait, the Kaylee example was this one and not the other one. The Kaylee one was the voiced version.
Yeah. I would put it like next to each other.
Yeah, me too. But like,
and are just so similar that
yeah,
they would resolve the voice version.
yeah. Oh wait, we had I had a voice glottal one. I forgot. Look at that. I found it.
Put it next to the voice. Put it like there.
Interesting that one is trilled.
Ooh. As a trilled, that's not trilled.
I don't know why I have it the trilled color. I might have made a mistake.
Yeah.
With a tr. Tra. A tra.
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 That's
Tra.
actually not that it actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have guessed.
So a couple of places
Is
in
that
Africa.
Romala again?
No. That's where.
Is the trill also voiceless?
Yes. Tra. Tra.
Tra. Tra.
Tra. Tra. Tra. Tra.
Tra.
Yeah.
I
It's.
could easily say it with the ra sound in Czech, like tra, which would be like the rarest sound which I can make properly.
Of course.
It doesn't occur in any languages, but it's because it's fricativized. The ra is fricativized.
Mhm.
Then like you could make an affricate out of it into tra.
Yeah.
And I like this sound much better if when I know that I can make a rare version of it.
Yeah. I would
So
probably put this
I'll
one
put
in B. But I could say a little bit more. I kind of like this sound still.
I like it's
but-
like low 80er.
Yeah. I would say that this one, like many of the other sound, is very like you want a specific vibe, which is why you throw in a tr or dr or something.
Tra. Yeah.
Yeah. In most of these, it's gonna be the case that you want a specific vibe, which is why
Yeah,
it
that
comes.
makes sense.
Here we have the voice version, dra,
It's the doctor sound.
the doctor sound. As you can see, it's mostly around South Sudan, and then it is one language of the coast of Indonesia, Nias.
Yeah.
I can say though that it is about as common as the pre-nasalized one, The
It is like
dra.
tra.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As that one is more common in Oceania, like in
Yeah.
I believe Fiji has it. Fijian.
Yeah. I probably seen that.
Yeah, probably in
That's
like
the one. They have like a super simple phonology, and they have like.
yeah, exactly. That is very much the case.
It's like the stereotypical conlanger who just puts the few basic sounds they can make, and then like one weird sound to make it different from other
Yeah.
languages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Fijian for
So
you.
the doctor sound. The doctor sound is probably, I think it's better than
Yeah.
the tra and tra.
Absolutely.
Like yeah, somewhere near ka.
Put it there in front of
Yeah.
ka.
Yeah.
The doctor sound is better than the tractor sound.
The sound.
Let's see what we have next here. We have. Oh yeah, we have the voiceless bilabially post-trill dental stop.
It's like the longest name of a sound.
Yes, this one exists in Wari and in Piraha.
Oh.
This is famous Piraha sound. Here you can see an example from Wari. It contrasts with Toto, and make a minimal pad with Toto, where we have Toto, Toto, or something like that. But it's gonna be voiceless, but you know. Toto,
Oh, it's dental, so like plot plot
Toto.
plot plot.
Yeah. Toto.
Oh.
It's kind of
Plot
bit hard to say.
plot plot plot.
But this is very much I feel like in the Conan community, this phoneme is kind of memed because of its connection to Piraha.
Like Piraha, Piraha is memed as
Yeah.
it is, and the sound just makes it more memeable.
Yes. I think this is gonna be our second D.
Yeah, probably.
You get it's like if you have the thing we think of D, those are still very much usable. They are just very much so that I wouldn't really use it as a phoneme.
Yeah,
Or
I would never use this as a phoneme
Personally.
or allophone or any sound of
Yeah,
phone
I personally
in
wouldn't be
any
using
of my
this.
languages. If it wasn't specifically made to be like hard to pronounce.
Yeah. Let's see if we have any more pages. Oh, we don't have more pages. So
Oh no.
we have a couple left here. These are all stuff that I couldn't find on Foible.
Yeah.
But I believe these ones, the tra and the dra, these are retroflex, by the way.
Yeah, put them in the D.
the retroflex non-sibilants.
Put these ones in the D. There's a perfectly good T and D before, and then you put an retroflex sound. You put them in the D.
No, I'm gonna put them like this. But tra and dra, these are exist in Malagasy.
Malagasy.
Mm-hmm.
Madagascar language.
Yeah,
It's
Malagasy.
actually a very, very interesting language.
It is very much so.
Because it evolved from Proto-Polynesian, which is like on the other side of the globe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting.
So now the question is, because I didn't find it. They had example languages on the Wikipedia page. These last ones.
Yeah.
But we don't really need to see them to rate them, really. So we have here are palatal. This one and that one are palatal, lateral affricates, and the one behind them are retroflex lateral affricates.
Yeah.
So let's start with the palatal ones.
The palatal ones, I like the palatal ones, but it's hard to pronounce.
Kla.
So, like, gla.
Yeah,
that sounds.
yeah.
I could see that working.
Yeah.
It's like a C tier.
Yeah, I feel like they are harder to say, and I don't know. I don't like them as much as the Velo ones, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Velo
I
ones
like it
either.
probably as cha. I like cha the same as sla, sta. You know. And zla.
I put them like this.
Make
And
it
then
funny.
we're gonna finish off with
With
the retroflex ones.
Yeah.
I know you want them in D.
Yeah.
I'm saying
You
no.
have to put the D1 in D.
Okay.
You have to put it there. That's just what it is. But I can like stand ta as a C1, but da is just weird.
Blah. Yeah. So I think we're done unless we want to switch stuff around.
I am maybe a bit hesitant on the ka, the last B sound,
Yeah.
because I definitely like ka more than bva.
I see.
Maybe more than ja, but I don't know. It's up to you really.
But I like va more than ka.
Okay, but is gra better than ka? Probably not. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I think that is a good correction.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not sure what I would move around really.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah. In that case,
Yeah.
this has been Nuyaka, and
EgglordOmelett.
thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.